Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available the Christmas of 2022, the Christmas album, Shimmy Shimmy, Dad, F. I'm dreaming of a white faced Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. How are you guys doing today? Happy Sunday. Are you relaxing today? Are you binge watching Wednesday, the newest show that's at top #1 on Netflix? Let me tell you my complaints of the day. And as I do, let me put on a little bit of lip gloss for this video. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. Let me tell you, first of all, my complaints for the day, okay? So, I have binge watched Manifest. Are you guys watching this show? So, I started watching it like 2 years ago, and I got like 3 episodes in, and then I stopped. And so, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, I started watching it again, and I have been binge watching it like crazy, okay? And each season has 13 episodes. So, I watched season 1, season 2, season 3. I'm like so down with this show. I'm completely obsessed with it. I'm so in love with the characters. I wasn't very happy with the last episode of season 3, but I'm going to do a full review over my review channel. When I finish, as much as is already out, which will be today. I'm going to do it tomorrow because I'm going to finish it today. But let me just tell you my complaint, okay? So Netflix, like I think they bought the show, or they're finishing up the show because there was no concluding season to it. So they came out with this season 4, and Netflix just put this season out. But there's 13 episodes, I think 13 episodes, maybe 14 episodes in the series, or the season of the final 4th season. And Netflix put out the first 10 episodes, and then the final 3 episodes they are putting out next June. I'm like, what is going on with this? Okay, so we have binge watched this show, and now we are like watching the final season to only have to wait 7 months to find out what happens with this show in the final 3 episodes. I'm so bitter about it. I'm so completely over it. But anyway, I'm ready to get back to Fear the Walking Dead anyway. That's like my favorite show of life right now. And I put it on pause to finish Manifest because I didn't know that when Manifest came out, they were going to only release 10 episodes. They weren't going to release the whole... Listen, Linda, okay? We had cable, and we paid for cable. Now everybody got rid of cable. We still have it. We have everything in the entire world because we just consume too much TV over here in this house. But it's like everybody got rid of the cable, right? For all the streaming services and the Rokus and all that kind of stuff, okay? And then you have the Rokus, and then you have to pay extra amount of money so that you get the Rokus, like the Hulus and stuff like that, ad-free. You have to pay extra to get it ad-free, right? Like cable television. And then they put out these different shows, but then they like determine and dictate how the shows are going to be. Oh, we're going to only like show one half of the season, and then we're going to come out with the other half of the season. It's all complete BS. And I'm over it. I'm completely over it. So anyway, how are you guys doing today? We just got back from brunch. On the way home, I said to my husband, I said, can we go to Costco? Because I need to get my my pine planters with the birch wood and the berries and the pine cones that my neighbor across the street told me that she dug out of our trash last year. I said, you could have just asked me for them. She goes, well, at the end of this season, can I have them? And I said, yeah, you can totally have them. But anyway, so we went to Costco. I ran inside, and I got 2 of these huge, like, Christmas planters with a wreath. And I came home, and I, like, fixed up my front porch. So our front porch looks all Christmassy, and I'm so excited about it. And I'm so excited about the holiday season. Are you guys ready for the holiday season? Over on my review channel, Peter Reviews Stuff, I will be watching quite a few holiday movies. I've already watched Falling for Christmas with Lindsay Lohan and done an entire review over there. So I will be reviewing other holiday movies as well and reviewing them over there as well. So if you'd like to see those, funny reviews probably. Anyway, all right, let's talk about Trisha Paytas. I haven't talked about Trisha Paytas in quite some time. And you know, there was a time on my channel when I called myself a Trisha Paytas channel because I was making so many videos about Trisha Paytas. But in all honesty, Trisha has seemingly stayed out of quite a bit of drama lately. I mean, to get nitpicky about some of the lies that she's come out and said on live streams and things like that, sure, it's, you know, easy to point those things out and whatever. There was for a while, I would say, let's say a month ago, it was like every video that I made, it was like one or two people would come out and they'd say, you still aren't going to address such and such about Trisha Paytas. And it always had to do with some parenting situation. And no, I'm probably not going to address those things on this channel. There are, you know, I've said before, Trisha had her daughter. I said there are a lot of family channels out there, and there are a lot of people that are critical of the family channels. I do not have children, okay? That is a conscious decision that my husband and I made. So a lot of the things that people are criticizing Trisha for, I don't know about those things, if that makes sense. So I'm not the one that's going to be talking about that in a video. There are other drama commentary channels that are talking about it, and that's not me giving Trisha a free pass. I just want people to know that. That's just me not being aware of what those things are or knowing about those things, and knowing if she's doing the best that she can or if she's learning as she goes or if she's being negligent. I don't know. I honestly do not know. To speak on that, right? And I know it's so hard for people to believe this, but I really do try to be pretty fair on my channel. You know, it's interesting, especially when it comes to somebody like Trisha Paytas, because if I say something in favor of Trisha Paytas, right? Like if I say Trisha seemingly has done a good job of staying out of drama lately, people will say to me, oh, you always give Trisha a free pass, and you are so easy on Trisha, and blah, 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 whatever. When I think it's pretty documented at this point by the hundreds of videos that I've made, that I have been pretty tough on Trisha at times, and I've called her out and said that she doesn't take any accountability, and on and on and on, right? Okay. Likewise, when I'm really, like, pretty tough loving of Trisha Paytas, people will come out and be like, oh my god, another Trisha Paytas video, you're so hard on Trisha, blah, 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 whatever, right? Okay. So, you know, it's really interesting, these kind of, like, I love the word polarizing. It's kind of interesting, these polarizing comments, right, that I get in regards to Trisha Paytas, depending on where you stand as a Trishy's Fishies, in love with Trisha, or if you're somebody that can't stand her. And I really think that's what it is. You're not going to really hear anything that the other side has to say going into it, depending on how you stand with Trisha. So, you know, I don't know. Like, I am somebody that and I say this a lot in my videos, and it also gets thrown up in my face a lot, right? Like, I am somebody that really, really, really does wish for people to improve their lives. I mean, you know, it's interesting when I say that, and then people want to, like, question that in the comment sections, and I'm kind of like, but why, like, would you not want that for somebody? Why would you not want them to take a step back and go, wow, like, what I was doing was kind of crazy, and, you know, like, I don't want to be a part of that anymore, and it was negative, and it was toxic, and it was really affecting my life in a negative, toxic way. Like, I don't know why we wouldn't want people to kind of see the light and improve themselves. Like, I really never understand that. I really don't, you know? And, I don't feel like any kind of gatekeeper, because for me, I'm constantly growing and learning as a human being as well. I mean, I have people like my sponsor, like my best friend, like my husband, like my support network, you know, like a lot of you out there, you know, that keep me in check and, you know, give me, you know, constructive criticism and tell me things that I can work on and improve on, right? And it's at that point that I have the opportunity and the choice on whether I take that and I do something with it and work to improve my life, or whether or not I say, you know what, that's not about me, and I close off to that, and I'm unteachable. And that's where I constantly say, remain teachable. Because when you remain teachable, you are open to the lessons of the world, and your life continues to improve as well, right? I mean, this isn't like me trying to be philosophical or brain science or anything like that. This is very simple science, okay? You know, and I've said this for a while, and I'm somebody, like I said, that stays open to this. as a drama commentary channel, I feel like our job is to point out a lot of these things that, you know, these YouTubers do, and it's their choice to be open to the opportunities that are presented to them for change. This is an opportunity for growth, as my sponsor says, or they can, you know, be like resistant to it and say, no, I don't want to grow from this, right? Do I think that Trisha Paytas has grown in the last couple months? I think that what I have noticed from Trisha Paytas is that she doesn't seem as money focused to me. She seems, but it's interesting, we're going to talk about that today, but she does seem very happy just in this world that she's created with Moses and her daughter. And, you know, like when I watch her Instagram stories, and they do very simple things, you guys. Like, I noticed they were at the Olive Garden, and they go to, like, Michael's, and, I mean, they're not even going to bougie stores. I mean, they're going to, like, just kind of, you know, like the Target or whatever, and, you know, and she's buying the newest Starbucks cups and whatever. It almost kind of seems to me like a return of Trisha Paytas of several years ago. And so, you know, I really hope that for Trisha, that this moment in her life is kind of setting precedence. I hope going forward, you know, like that 4 years down the road, we don't see a return to the old drama or the old, you know, what she, you know, all the kind of like stirring up of drama and things like that. I hope she remembers what this moment was like for her when she had everything that she wanted and she had this marriage. They really do, you know, people want to say, oh, they want to say, but like they really do seem very much in love to me. They seem very, very happy to me. The way that Moses looks at his daughter, I mean, he's just enamored with her. You can tell that. They both are. They both absolutely are, you know, and she's just such a beautiful little girl, isn't she? And so it's very sweet to see that part. I think, you know, and it's like to drudge up the past and bring up the past is hard, right? Okay. So I was sent this by several people, and then I saw over on Spill Some Tea with Me something that had like been brought up and was focused. And so I had gone over to Trisha Paytas' Twitter, okay? And I had noticed that Trisha has been tweeting out these very kind of life lesson kind of things, these positive things, right? And she tweeted out, hold on a second, I'm just going to pick a few of these out. But on like 11/16, she tweeted out, I fought hard to live. I'll be damned if I let anyone tell me what my life should look like. I'm just happy to be here. Any noise will be drowned out with love. And she put a heart and prayer signs. And then she put live, laugh, love from a millennial who found her happily ever after. And she does a lot of these kind of tweets where she's talking about happily ever after and things like that, right? And then she put this new couch that her husband designed for her. She said, I'm obsessed. It matches our headboard. Now, I think the couch is ugly, but that's just me. A lot of things that Trisha Paytas has had I thought were ugly, but that's just my personal opinion, my personal preference. Then she talks about Harry Styles. It goes on and on. Okay, but I just want to tell you, this is where I got to it and I was like, okay, she says, what are 3 things you're grateful for right now in this present moment? I'm thankful for my daughter, my faith, social media as my job, she says, okay? So then it goes on, she does this video, she's linking all these videos, come do my makeup with me, and then she does Wendy's new menu items. And I thought, this is interesting. You know, now she's done a couple of these food videos in the last, let's, you know, say 2 or 3 months, but I was like, this is interesting, okay? So then I look up and I notice that she does this cooking Thanksgiving dinner with her, which is, you know, nice family video, okay? Then she does, hold on a second, this is the one, Thanksgiving mukbang. And I'm like, now I'm confused about this, girl. Now, first of all, your ASMR videos are doing pretty good, okay? She's pulling in good views on her ASMR videos. She said she's happy with her social media job. She's happy with her family and her daughter and things like that. I thought you were done with the mukbangs, girl. I thought that you said the mukbangs and the hauls and all of that stuff didn't make you happy. Now I'm confused about this, okay? So, and she has a right to change her opinion, but like that's where I say, and I just said this yesterday in my video, you got to bring your audience along for the ride. Because what people will say is that Trisha Paytas is lying, okay? This is where they will say Trisha Paytas is lying. Trisha said, I'm done with mukbangs and I'm done with hauls, and now here she is, and she's doing mukbangs and she's doing hauls. And a lot of people sent this to me, but I do want to give credit where credit is due, and this is for Spill Some Tea With Me, an account on Instagram, and I will link them underneath here so you guys can go see. But they posted Trisha's tweet from... let's see when it was, July 9th of 2022, and she put, hauls and mukbangs, here I'm going to screenshot it and steal it from them, hauls and mukbangs were me disrespecting myself. It was greed, gluttony, and wrath, and it was ugly to me. So I am sorry if anyone misses the old Trish, because I certainly do not. YouTube slowing down has been a blessing. I still post because I love it. Cooking, baby, etc. Okay? But then what they point out, with this, trying Wendy's new garlic fries and mozzarella chicken sandwich, Black Friday haul. She did a Black Friday haul. Okay. Wendy's holiday mukbang. Trying Dunkin's new holiday drinks menu. And so, you know, people are speculating that the reason that she's doing this is because it's AdSense month. And if you guys don't know what that means, this light in here has like been so bad the last couple days. If you guys don't know what that means is during the months typically of November and December, but specifically mostly December, advertisers really want to buy ads on videos that are going to do much better, right? And you get like better ads, like car ads, perfume ads, fashion ads, things like that, right? On, like, movie ads are really good as well, because, or if you see, like, a HBO Max, like a, what do you call it, a White Lotus ad or something like that on a video, it's because those are videos that are probably going to get a lot more views than other videos, right? And so during the months of November and December, those ads pay at a higher rate. And the reason why is because of the holiday season, okay? And so they want to drive traffic over to that. Now, Trisha is somebody that knows this. Trisha is somebody that has talked about this in previous videos. She has talked years ago about how November and December are AdSense months. And so she knows what she's doing. If you go back and historically look at the videos that Trisha has put out in November or December, Trisha has put out videos that are going to like be highly populated with views, okay? She's done her most dramatic videos during the months of November, December typically. She knows she's going to get a lot of views. So is it surprising to me that she's putting out mukbangs and hauls the months of November and December? No, not at all. Do I think it's because she came out with this statement and she said that she's not going to do mukbangs and hauls anymore, and now she's going to do them because she knows that drama is going to drive traffic to her channel? No, I don't believe that. I don't think that Trisha is thinking that way in this. I think what Trisha is thinking is, my old audience really misses my mukbangs and hauls, and so I'm going to give them what they want. And since they've been asking for a very long time, and I have gone, let's say, 3 to 6 months without causing any kind of drama and being problematic, it probably is safe now to go back to doing some hauls. And because I will tell you this, okay, if you're somebody that's ever talked to Trisha or knows Trisha or whatever, she's smarter than you guys give her credit for, okay? Like, thinks through these things. Like, she's very business minded, right? So she's probably thinking, like, I've stayed out of the drama long enough that it's now time that I can go back and I can do hauls and I can do mukbangs, okay? And I'm probably not going to get called out a bunch for it. And if I do, who really cares anyway? Because this is what my Trishies Fishies really love. This is what my fans really, really like, are my hauls. I did love Trisha's hauls back in the day. I did love her mukbangs back in the day, right? I wasn't the one that said that it was disrespectful to Trisha. She was the one that said it was her disrespecting herself. So what I guess I don't understand, okay, this is my question, is how did you come out with a statement saying that these videos that you used to do were disrespecting yourself, but now you're doing these videos again when you're telling the world that you're in the best place that you've ever been? So are you telling us that you're disrespecting yourself again? Why are you doing that then, would be my question, okay? As a thought-provoking person that's sitting here watching all this go down, I'm thinking to myself, Why is she choosing to disrespect herself again? Why is she going back into this cycle of disrespect that she's worked so hard to get out of? Oh, and by the way, is getting on Twitter and she's telling everybody that she's not living that life, okay? But apparently she is. So either she's doing it for the money and for the views, which is a criticism that Trisha has gotten for years and years and years and years. I don't think it takes anybody, a brain scientist, to know that Trisha Paytas is somebody that has wanted the views, the clicks, and the money on YouTube, okay? Do I think, like I said at the beginning of this video, that she's as consumed with it as she used to be? No, I do not believe that. I think Trisha is somebody, you remember how Gabby Hanna said she knows how to make a video go viral? Trisha Paytas, I mean, let's just be for real, okay? If Trisha Paytas tomorrow wanted to do a video that would cause so much drama on the internet that like everybody would be going to watch it and she would get 1 million views overnight, she could do that. I mean, Trisha Paytas knows how to do that, right? She could stir something up and say something. I mean, it could, you know, she could do something. And Trisha's probably the person, Trisha of the past, is somebody that would do something. I don't even want to speculate at what it would be, but she would do something and not even care about the backlash at the expense of getting 1 million views. In that, I feel like she has changed, okay? But what I don't understand is, it's not like these videos are getting hundreds of thousands of views. They're getting 40, 60,000 views, right? So you're willing to disrespect yourself at the expense of 40 or 60,000 views. And this is where I think it would be good for Trisha to come out with a video. This is where people don't take people along for the journey, and I don't understand it, right? This would be where it would be good for Trisha to come out, and yes, she would get a lot of probably drama and backlash for this, but to say, my opinion in July was that mukbangs and hauls were disrespectful to myself. My opinion's changed about that. These are videos that I missed doing. I know you guys missed doing them, seeing them. I got so many comments from you guys saying, Trisha, we love the mukbangs, we love the hauls, and we miss seeing them. Will you please go back to doing them again, right? And I really thought about it, and, you know, I thought to myself, why not do them? Why not do them for the people? Why not do them, you know, for the people that love these videos? And these are the videos that I built my platform on and that I loved doing, you know, through the years. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you know, for her to change her mind. You know, like my best friend says, we have a right to change our mind at any moment. But at the same time, when you're a YouTuber, kind of like bring your audience along for the journey, you know. I want to give a shout out to somebody, and that's Hannah over at Smoky Glow. And I just want to say, Hannah, I'm sending you lots of prayers and positivity. I just watched Hannah's video a couple days ago where she talks about her recent divorce, and she does like an update on her life and things like that. And it was such a raw and vulnerable video, and I felt so, you know, I love when you watch a YouTuber and you feel so connected to them even though you don't know them. You know, I mean, Hannah and I have talked a handful of times, but, you know, she's sitting there with her hair in a high sort of ponytail and, you know, or bun, and she's got a sweatshirt on and she's just talking to the camera. And this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, this is the relatability quality that I think that YouTube is missing, that people want back. And, you know, I was sitting there and I was watching this, and at the beginning of the video, Hannah says something to the effect of, I don't have to share these things with you. Like, these are personal things that I'm going through. But you guys, I'm going to misquote her, so I just want you to know that. Like, I'm just paraphrasing this, okay? But she says something to the effect of, like, you guys have been such a part of my channel and my ex and all that kind of stuff and everything that we've been through, that I feel like I want to share this with you. Like, she kind of, like, insinuates that, like, she kind of, like, owes it to her audience a little bit, you know, to kind of bring them along for the ride. And I, like, love that. I thought it was so fantastic, right? Because she's right. She doesn't have to do that. I mean, she could get on video like a lot of these YouTubers do and just be like, you guys, it was a hell of a year, and I got divorced, and I really don't want to get into it, but I'm going to start doing Glowmas, and, you know, and it is what it is, right? And she didn't do that. I mean, she was, and she even said, like, I felt like I owed you guys a video, you know, like explaining what was going on before I went in to doing, you know, because she does this Glowmas every year, which is basically kind of like a Vlogmas. She's like, I felt like I owed that to you before I went into Glowmas for the year, just like as if I didn't say anything at all. This is what I think a lot of the YouTubers miss that have been around for a while. This is the whole antidote of what I'm talking about when you don't bring your audience with you for the ride, right? And what I mean by that is the biggest quality that YouTube has that's different from Netflix, from HBO Max, from TikTok. I mean, really from TikTok, because we don't see it as much on TikTok, but a little bit. From all of these different social media platforms, right, is the connectivity between the audience and the YouTuber, okay? And it's really that building of the world where you draw the audience in and you allow them to be part of your world, and they so graciously share parts of their life with you and share stories in the comment sections and email you, and it's this very cool relationship, right, that you don't see anywhere else and on social media, on entertainment sites, anywhere in the world, right? Like it's this very cool world that is built through YouTube. And when you don't bring the audience along for the ride, because I think for me, I can only speak for myself as a viewer of YouTube, when I'm watching YouTubers that I really enjoy watching and I'm sitting there watching them, I don't feel like I'm sitting, like let's say if the video is sitting at 10,000 views or 250,000 views, like I don't feel like I'm sitting in an auditorium of 10,000 or 250,000 people. I feel like I'm sitting in a room with one person. I feel like I'm sitting there and we have a very like one-on-one relationship because I'm watching their video, if that makes sense, which I'm sure many of you feel like with me. So when you're watching that, you do build a, what do we call these, parasocial relationships? I don't even know if I know what that means, but Hannah mentioned that in her video. But it's like, you know, you do feel like you kind of have this relationship with the YouTuber. And so if you have that, then it is like one of the things I will tell you that is always like for years and years and years kind of like frustrated me on YouTube is when I have watched certain YouTubers for years and dedicated time and energy to them, and then one day, boom, they just exit the platform and you don't hear anything. Like they don't say, I'm leaving, I'm going away, this is my last video, you know, on and on and on. They don't say anything about it, right? And it just, to me, it's kind of like you brought us so far just to kind of like, I keep on refreshing your channel every single day to see if you're going to post something, and now it's been 6 months and obviously you're not coming back anymore, right? And I know people go through stuff and I know that people take breaks and I totally am understanding of that, right? But I do think that when you bring people along for the ride, it's considerate, it's kind, it's compassionate, and it's loving, and I think that people really understand that. And I think that's kind of the thing that, like, you know, when you talk about, it's not just taking accountability. It's not just changing your opinion. It's not just about explaining your lies of the past. It is about bringing the audience along for the journey. And if you brought your audience along for the journey and explain to them the accountability factor, explain to them the lies of your past, explain to them the changing of your opinions, right? Then it might make more sense to them. And I think that's something that a lot of these YouTubers have not figured out yet, you know? Trisha Paytas hasn't figured it out. Shane Dawson definitely hasn't figured it out, you know? James Charles hasn't figured this out. You know, a lot of these people haven't figured this out yet to really bring their audience up to speed with what's going on, you know, and that's why I mean, give me a good update video anyway. I love any day. I love it, you know. So let me know what you think about all of that. Let me know if you think that Trisha Paytas has changed, or you know, if she's back to the same old ways of causing drama and she's doing these mukbangs and these hauls again. And do we think that she's disrespecting herself, or she just changed her opinion, or what is this? Let me know in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.